And just like that, the final episode of the recording session has begun. Welcome back to Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. I'm your host, MegaShadowFist. I say video games, I say a commentary. And when we last left off, we were about to cross-examine Mr. Marlon Rhymes. So let's go and continue. That's right! We believe in both Miss Buckler and Orla's innocence! Huh? I just don't understand how you can treat a human and an orca equally. What's that supposed to mean, buddy? Sasha or the orca, you can only save one of them. I don't know about that. I think I can save them both. All I have to do is disprove your testimony. Oh yeah? Then go ahead and try. I will do just that. If I can't tear down his testimony, I won't be able to save both of them. I have to find a weak spot and start tearing. Cross-examination. The truth. Sasha is lying to protect that orca. Let's go ahead and save over slot 1, it looks like. Bum, 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 bum. Sasha's lying to protect that orca.
Hold it!
What exactly did you claim Miss Buckler's lying about? Sasha put that bloodstain in the skull rock and stuff herself as false evidence. She left fake traces to try and save the orca.
Objection!
Witness, if you keep talking nonsense, I will seal your mouth shut. The defense supports the prosecution's idea. But Mr. Wright, my testimony helps your client. You ought to be happy. I want to save both Orla and Miss Buckler. I won't accept anything less. Now that that's understood, please continue with your testimony. Fine. At 3:30 a.m. on the 20th, there was still water in the orca pool.
Hold it!
When the victim was killed, how much water was in the pool? Enough to fill up a whatchamacallit, of course. What is a whatchamacallit? I don't friggin' know. Get over it. It was before the pool was drained for cleaning, so it was full. You went into the orca pool room and saw this yourself. Dr. Kraft said that you were at the show stage. But it's possible that Dr. Crab was misinformed or that he misunderstood. The witness already explained this. Why are you taking this meaningless tack? If you want to play games, Tucker here would be more than happy to play with you. You better be careful when you press the witness. Tucker is watching us like a hawk. Literally, Tucker means hawk. Like I said, Tucker means hawk in Japanese. Witness, continue. I guess you could say that, huh? Anyway, the incident. I'm trying to guess what the Japanese pun is. Anyway. The incident happened before the orca was moved to the show pool.
Hold it!
So you're saying the incident took place before the cleaning began? What did we press? Happened before the orca was moved to the show pool. Yeah, I guess so. The captain, Sasha, and I were going to do the cleaning together. It's much more efficient than trying to have just one person do it alone. In the defense's case, however, more lawyers means simply more lawyers, nothing more. What? You don't want to talk? All you have to do, all you have on your side is a cantankerous bird. That's a dictionary word. What about me? I'm up here all alone. Are you people done? You need the witness to keep you focused. For shame, I thought. Shut up! Hey, I was the only one who kept my mouth shut. Anyway, the incident happened in the orca pool before the cleaning got started. Orla killed the captain by bashing him 30 feet high and making him slam down the water.
Hold it!
Can an orca even do that? Send a person flying up into the air like that? Yep, of course. I've seen orcas bashing seals 60 feet into the air. So naturally, Orla could do that to the captain too. What a frightening thought! And you mentioned it so casually, Mr. Rhymes. Well, what else can I say? It's the truth. Mr. Rhymes is claiming that Orla killed the victim by sending him flying into the air. But would something like that even be possible in the orca pool room? There's something about that statement that bothers me. And so you witnessed the moment the victim was killed by the orca, is that right? Exactly. So I thought the orca should pay the consequences.
Hold it!
And that's why you put the sleeping drug in Orla's food? Ahoy! Yo, yo, yo ho ho ho! Sasha could be found guilty if let her be, but if the orca died, Sasha could be go free! I thought if the orca was already dead, Sasha might tell the truth and free herself. It might seem cruel, but a man killing an animal has to be put down. The culprit must have tried to do away with Orla because she was a witness to the crime. But if Mr. Rhymes is the culprit, why would he try to protect Sasha? I'm sensing some very complex emotions from Mr. Rhymes. I need more information before I can do a proper analysis. If I'm going to tear down his testimony, then I guess I have to present evidence. Of course we don't believe Mr. Rhymes' testimony. But he suggested the murder took place in the orca pool. Unless we can disprove that, we won't be able to save both Orla and Sasha. So the one that Phoenix said was funny was this one, right? Orla killed the captain by bashing him 30 feet high and make him slam down on the water. 30 feet high, you say? Hold on, let me see something real quick. Where are the specs of the, contusion from trauma, thought to be from 65-foot fall, bruised all over. Ceiling to pool bottom is 100 feet. And the pool is 65 feet. So what's 65? What's 100 minus 65? 100 minus 65 is equal to 35 feet. 35 feet, right? That's 35 feet. So, if he smacked him up into the air at 30 feet, by bashing him 30 feet high and make him slam down on the water, is this what we're supposed to use? Like, I'm gonna try it.
Objection!
When lies are piled on top of each other, contradictions start to emerge. This time is no different. Are you saying there's some kind of inconsistency in my testimony? That's exactly what I'm saying. You claim that the victim was sent flying about 30 feet into the air. But the autopsy report states that the cause of death was thought to be from a 65-foot fall. That too! That too, yeah! That's totally what I was going for! What? Additionally, in your testimony a moment ago, you said at 3:30 a.m. on the 20th there was still water in the orca pool. The pool is about 65 feet deep and there's about 30 feet between the water and the ceiling. If the pool was full of water as you claimed, it would be impossible for the victim to fall about 65 feet as the autopsy states. There's that too. Ah! There's that. I got it right, but for like some BS reasons. Like what I was thinking was like, you know, there's 35 feet and he got tossed up like 30 feet into the air. Since there's like it's 35 feet from the top of the pool to the ceiling, but there's stuff on the ceiling as well, right? So like there's stuff on the ceiling as well. So like really the distance is a little bit lower than that. I think I need to get a good picture of the whatchamacallit. So I thought like he would have smacked his head into something, and I don't know. I'm stupid. Mr. Rhymes claimed he was in the orca pool room so he could make these statements. But the truth must be he was at the show stage just as Dr. Crab and Sasha testified. I believe that brings us back around to the orca didn't do it. I didn't believe the witness's testimony from the outset. I am grateful to you, Wright for shutting the witness up, as I thought the only person who could have killed the victim was Sasha Buckler. That fact still remains, whether the witness is the one who tried to kill the orca or not. No, don't use your friggin' analytical psychology on me, buddy. You're using that, no, not analytical psychology, using your suggestive, smart people words. I'm Mr. Donovan, apparently. Oh, inside joke. How dare you do that? Ah, like, okay, we still have the fact that he gave the fish. Shut up, son of a. Mr. Rhymes is right about one thing. His testimony was advantageous to our case, but pointing out the contradiction, his statement only drives us into a corner. As Prosecutor Blackwell said, suspicion against Miss Buckler is now deepened. Uh-oh. If I don't do something fast, the judge is going to find Sasha guilty. Mr. Wright, isn't there anything we can do? There has to be a way to prove Sasha's innocent. At a time like this, the thing to do is turn my thinking around. Instead of trying to prove that Sasha couldn't have done it, I have to think about what made it possible for somebody else to have done it. As long as the crime scene is the Orca pool room, then Sasha's the only one who could have committed the crime. No need for pity, your boldness. Just finish him off with a swift verdict. It appears the defense has no objections. Bull crap, we don't. Very well, I'll get my verdict.
Hold it!
Your Honor, please hold off on that verdict. But you were so quiet, Mr. Wright. Do you have something to say now? The defense has a counter-argument. You do! Pitiful. Such desperation. You look pale. Are you sure you're prepared to make this counter-argument? A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. I'll never forget those words, no matter how many years go by. Even though it's probably just a bluff, I'll give it to them with a smile. What if the scene of the crime was somewhere else? The scene of the crime? Somewhere else? What? You're finding fault with the police investigation now. As I understand it, the prosecution's argument is as follows. The scene of the crime was the Orca pool room. Only the defendant and victim entered that room when there was no water in the pool. Therefore, only the defendant could have committed the crime. That is correct. But if the scene of the crime was not the Orca pool room, then somebody other than the defendant could have committed the crime. Are you sure you know where you're going with this? I might not be too sure, but I can't back down now. Mr. Wright, I hope that I'm wrong, but this isn't one of your bluffs by any chance. Of course not. The judge knows me far too well. And do you have a theory on where the actual scene of the crime was? Yes, of course. Think, Phoenix, think. Think of a place, other than the Orca pool room, where one could fall to one's death. Then by all means, please share your theory with the court. Where was the real scene of the murder?
Take that!
The show stage pool might have been drained of water at some point as well. And if so, it would just be as possible to fall into one's death there as the Orca pool. Right, Tono. What you're doing is a disgrace to your profession. I sincerely hope you have some basis for what you're suggesting. Of course I do! I will, as soon as I think of something. The victim's body is found in the Orca pool. How do you explain that?
Objection!
How about if, after the victim was killed in the show stage pool, his body was moved to the Orca pool? How about if? What kind of presentation of your argument is that? You had better have a reasonable explanation on how the body was moved. There's no turning back now. I have to think of a way the body could have been moved. Was there something at the scene that could have been used to move the body? What could have been used to move the body? What do you think could have been used to move the body? Unless they wanted to like highlight that and I don't know. Let's go with this.
Take that!
The hoist runs between the Orca pool room and the show stage. The stretcher can be hung from the hoist to move things like Orla or the full skull rock. The stretcher could also have been used to move the dead body. Yeah, so the stretcher can move the Orca or the skull rock. It seems likely it could also move a dead body as well. Wow, somehow that worked. I just might be able to pull this off. If the show pool was the scene of the crime, somebody else could have done it.
Objection!
You desperately spew your conjecture, now you even make up a crime scene. Ah! Eek! Not again! You don't have the soul of a warrior, you don't deserve to be on the battlefield. And even your fabrication is half-baked. It's a disgrace. What do you mean half-baked? The hoist can be operated from the Orca pool room only. No, that is not true! Hold on. I swear, it can apparently be used to broadcast. No, don't we have... I could have sworn, like, it said that this could... No. Simon Blackwell, you're full of crap. Get out of here. And the only person who entered the Orca-Pool was the defendant. So even if the body was moved, the only one who could have moved it was the defendant herself. Nah! Nar? Nar! Nar! Arr! Arr! Ahoy, matey! Order! So it comes back to the defendant no matter which pool it was. Meaning, I can't clear Sasha either way? Sasha said she moved Orla in the school rock. And I believe her. So could it be possible that she moved the body herself without being aware of it? Mr. Wright, do you have an objection to Prosecutor Blackwell's claim? Do I have an objection to the claim that the defendant moved the body? You bet I have one! The defense has an objection. Alright, fine. Let's hear this objection then. Well, my objection is... I can't admit I haven't thought of one. Mr. Wright, you just felt like saying you had an objection, did you? No, I thought he had one! Okay, so he said... Look, right here. Sasha said she moved Orla in the school rock, and I believe her. So could it be possible that she moved the body herself without being aware of it? What I was thinking was that the body... Like, this is my original theory that I developed during the investigation section. The body was inside of the, stretcher, and it was moved back. That's what I'm thinking. But, okay, whatever. Maybe there's a contradiction in there somewhere. Penalty! Yes, Your Honor. Well, I just feel like giving you a penalty. The hoist could only be operated from the Orca pool room. Furthermore, the defendant is the only one who entered the Orca pool room. Therefore, the defendant is the only one who could have moved the body. There are no inconsistencies in Prosecutor Blackwell's claim itself. But the only thing Sasha moved are Orla and the school rock. So that must mean Sasha moved the body without realizing it. I admit, I don't see any problems with Prosecutor Blackwell's claim per se. Miss Buckler must have been the one who moved the body. What? Mr. Wright, are you admitting the defendant committed the murder? No. I'm simply conceding that she was the only one who could have moved the body. However, I contend Miss Buckler was not aware that is what she was doing. The culprit made her move it, unbeknownst to her. The defendant moved the dead body without recognizing that it was a dead body? How could that be possible? The body was found in the Orca pool. It must have been moved there somehow. I might find some kind of hint in the things she moved with the stretcher. The culprit made Miss Buckler move the body along with this piece of evidence. So we could go with either... Well, we don't have Orla, so the only thing we can use is the school rock.
Take that!
I think. The school rock! Miss Buckler told me yesterday that she moved the school rock when she was cleaning. The only two things Miss Buckler moved to the Orca pool are Orla and the school rock. I would like to suggest that the victim's body may have been inside the school rock. Oh. Okay, that's not where I was going with that, but still the same. Essentially the same conclusion. What? Hidden inside the rock, the body could have been moved to the Orca pool with the hoist. At the show stage, Marlon Rhymes loaded up the school rock with the body inside. And then he used the walkie-talkie to let Miss Buckler know the rock was loaded. Miss Buckler operated the hoist from the Orca pool room and moved the stretcher. She moved the rock without knowing the body was inside. Do you really think there's enough space inside the school rock to place a body? The swashbuckler fly indicates it could be possible. Please focus on the question at the bottom left. The bottom left? Who will obtain the gold rock hidden in the skull rock? Oh, it says, who will obtain the gold coins hidden in the skull rock? In that case, I suppose the rock is most likely hollow. What's more, but is it hollow enough to have an entire freaking human body in it? That doesn't really whatever. What's more, the body is inside the skull rock. It explains the remaining unanswered questions. Such as... Please take a look at the security footage of the scene Mr. Plume witnessed. Where did the body that Mr. Plume saw come from? Please recall. What was Orla doing to the skull rock at this time? She was headbutting it. Oh! That's right. Orla's ramming released the body from the skull rock. The body had been placed inside the skull rock and moved there from the show stage. I assert that the real murder scene was, in fact, the show stage pool.
Silence.
Silence! The Marina! What rubbish is that? What rubbish is this now? You don't have a single scrap of evidence.
Objection!
Objection, please. It's easy enough to verify what I say. Take a look inside the skull rock for yourself. Why do I say, like, objection, please? Like, I'm being so polite about it. Objection, please! You should find some kind of proof that the body was there. You should find some kind of proof that the body was there. Blood, fibers, hair. Gah! Right, Dono. Mr. Wright, that was incredible! You turned things completely around! And to think, it all started with that half-baked bluff, too! Whew, that was a close one. Did you really have to add that last bit? If the murder took place at the show stage, then who is the perpetrator? It is naturally the person who was at the show stage. Mr. Rhymes, weren't you the one who loaded the skull rock onto the stretcher at the show stage? Wow, Mr. Wright, that was some pretty smart brain work you did there. To be honest, I never thought you could figure it out. I tried to protect myself, but I guess it came back to bite me. Are you confessing you gave false testimony before Mr. Rhymes? That's perjury! He is, but he's not confessing to having done what we're accusing him of, because if he hasn't had his breakdown yet. Yeah, what Mr. Wright says is true. The body was inside the skull rock. And it's true the captain was killed in the show pool, too. But it was by Orla, is what you're going to say, right? What? He's admitting it that easily? This time, I'm going to tell you the whole truth about what happened that day. Yeah, witness testimony. Now it's time to break your crap again. The whole truth. In the show pool, the orca shot the captain up into the air. Then the captain came down and slammed into the water. I can still remember the spectator screams clearly. All Sasha did was move the body. She was trying to protect the orca. When Mr. Plume witnessed the orca finding the body, I freaked. So now we're back to the orca again, I see. If you were going to give testimony like that, why did I bother putting you on the stand? All I'm doing is telling the truth. It's like the book Nothing But the Truth. It was in a book, I don't know when it came out, like the 1960s or something. I remember reading it in, it's either 7th or 8th grade. It's about a guy who, he refused, no, what was it? He was singing he's saying the Star Spangled Banner even though he wasn't supposed to at school, and then he got in trouble, and then started like a national movement and everything. And it was like, oh, this patriotic person got suspended for singing the national anthem, blah, 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 and the American national anthem. And spoilers for the book, at the very end of the book, at the very end, the teacher was like, hey, I forgot what his name was. Why don't you lead us in singing the national anthem? Oh, why are you crying? And he's like, I don't know the words. Yeah, nothing but the truth in my butt, buddy. He was just doing it to be a douche. That's what he was doing. And that's what you're doing too, Mr. Rhymes. All I'm doing is telling the truth. That day, Sasha wanted to do the old version of the Swashbuckler Spectacular. So I suggested she hide the body in the skull rock and move it to the orca pool. I was going to figure out what to do with the body after the show was over. The orca's the one that killed the captain. It wasn't me, and it wasn't Sasha. By the way, I know someone's going to make that joke. Oh, you read a book that came out in the 60s when you were in 8th grade, so you were in 8th grade in the 60s? No. Don't be that guy. I don't want to use it. No, actually, I think that's kind of a stretch. I don't think any of you are going to be like that. Maybe! I don't think so. But maybe! Maybe. So it's Mr. Ryan's idea to hide the body in the skull rock. But if Mr. Ryan's is the culprit, why did he protect Sasha? False charges against Sasha would mean he himself would escape suspicion. So why... Mr. Wright! Mr. Wright, how about if you leave this to me? Athena, do you mean you heard something? Yep, noise, the discord in Mr. Rhymes' heart. So that means somewhere in his testimony, there's an inconsistency in his emotions. Alright, Athena, give him a good counseling session. You got it, boss! I'm so bad at these, though. Huh? What's this? What are you getting, Athena? This testimony is pretty complex. Feelings of deep sadness and intense anger are being called up. Those two emotions appear to be running out of control. Out of control emotions? Is that going to be a problem? We'll have to prove their cause if we want to get his true emotions in testimony. There might even be odd or unnatural spots in his testimony he isn't even aware of. All right, let's probe the cause of his out of control emotions then. I'll explain how to probe. Let's find the root cause together. When you see something off in a statement, tap the probe button. Next, point to what's causing Mr. Rhymes' out of control emotions. Finally, tap probe to complete the process. When emotions are out of control, memories can be recalled incorrectly. If you still haven't found anything after all the statements and images, I'll help. Great. Alright, I'll get started comparing the statements with the images. Ooh, this is weird. Whoa! In the show pool, the orca shot the captain up into the air. And the captain came down and slammed into the water. I can still remember the spectator screams. Clearly. Wait, what? Hold on. When you see something off in a statement, tap the probe button next to... Yeah, what do you mean spectator screams? He's talking about when, whatchamacallit was killed, of course, but... Why are you even saying this right now? Shipley? No. Oh, that's how it works. I thought we were gonna... Oh, man! All she did was move the body. She was trying to protect the orca. When Mr. Plume witnessed the orca finding the body, I freaked. Wait, what? Oh, what the heck? This is all over the place. Okay, so, like, I think it's this one, but, like... Oh! I'm stupid. Like, for some reason, I didn't think we could highlight the... Yeah.
Got it.
I doubt there were any spectators there at the show stage when the owner died. If there had been, those witnesses would have told us the true crime scene right away. What? Oh, right. Of course. I just made a mistake. How do you make a mistake like that? 60%. Okay, that made the sadness subside. And no one's gonna call him out the fact that he made a mistake claiming there was a freaking audience at 3 a.m. Yeah, alright, whatever. So maybe the spectators part was making him sad because it reminded him of when she died during a whatchamacallit, is what I'm thinking. But still, I wonder why he would make that mistake, saying spectators were there. How strange. The only thing I can think of is that he was mixing up one memory with another. Like, he was in a similar situation before, and it was deeply imprinted on his heart. A situation where an orca killed somebody, and there were spectators there. Hey, I think I know why he's mixing up his memories. The reason why Mr. Rhymes mixed up his memories is...
Take that!
Mr. Rhymes, I think I know what happened. Could you have been mixing up what happened a year ago with this incident? Maybe that's why you slipped and said the owner was killed in front of the spectators. What? How did you... You're right. I did see the orca kill somebody a year ago. But what about it? I was just one of the spectators. Really? Just another spectator? There must be a reason why you feel great sadness about that incident last year.
Silence.
Silence. Stop this nonsensical scrutiny of feelings. Just present evidence to prove your point. Eep! Boss, do we have any kind of evidence that would back us up here? There is one piece that comes to mind that might explain his sadness. Well, I'm waiting. Let's see this evidence that is to do with more than Rhyme's sadness. Is this where we present the charm? I guess so.
Take that!
Athena Summers died in an accidental death 1 year ago. This is her boyfriend's charm. Hey! What are you doing with that charm? It was found in Rifle's stomach yesterday. Judging by your reaction, I believe this charm belongs to you. I guess I need to push him just a little harder to make him admit it. Mr. Ryan said the word charm, he was very rattled. We better examine this charm a little more. Good idea. Let's look inside it. Huh? What's this? A photograph. Wah, wah, wah. Hey, this is Athena Summers and Marlon Rhymes. Mr. Rhymes, you and Athena Summers were a couple, weren't you? So what if we were a couple? It doesn't have anything to do with Captain's case. But it does give you a motive to take your revenge out on Orla. You believe you saw the orca kill your girlfriend. That's the cause of your sadness. And it would also make sense because, like, why he would kill Jack Shipley, because I think Jack Shipley argued that Orla not be euthanized, and he probably wanted to take revenge on Jack Shipley for not having Orla euthanized. So then he would get Orla euthanized. So by killing Jack Shipley and putting the blame on Orla, what he would do is he would kill Jack Shipley, the person who didn't allow him to have his revenge, and he would get Orla euthanized, so killing two birds with one stone. You believe you saw the orca kill your girlfriend. That's the cause of your sadness. Isn't that emotion of yours connected to the current case?
Silence.
Silence! The only thing you reveal is the witness's relationship with the victim a year ago. What does the witness's past have to do with the case at hand? I don't know yet. But we managed to pinpoint the source of his sadness. Now let's tell them to Mr. Rhymes who Mr. Rhymes is angry at. Orca into the air. Who he's angry at? Captain came down and slammed into the water. Info updated. I can still remember the captain's dead body clearly. Are we trying to say that he's angry at the, all she did was move the body. She was trying to protect the orca. When Mr. Plume witnessed the orca finding the body, I freaked. So, he's either angry at, Shipley, or he's angry at, he's either angry at Shipley, or he's angry at, the Orla. One of the two. I don't think this is the right one, though. So what's the cause of Mr. Ryan's intense anger? Well, I don't think it was directed at that. Let's think about who is really angry at and why. Okay. Captain came down and slammed into the water. I guess it would make sense to blame Orla in this case. Anger, Orla, right here. There we go. Mr. Rhymes, you're angry with Orla, aren't you? Angry? At an orca? Why would I be? If you think I have some reason to be mad, then show me some proof. Do I have proof that Mr. Rhymes has a reason to be mad? No? I've got your proof. I mean, like, I bet that evidence we just took a look at would come in handy here. That's what I'm thinking. I just didn't know if we wanted to, like, present evidence a second time. This charm indicates that you were Athena Summers' boyfriend. I'm sure you believe Orla killed your girlfriend a year ago. You lost your girlfriend, so you've been angry at Orla. Alright, I'll admit it. I'll never forgive that orca. Athena's dead, and that orca's still swimming around, happy as a clam. I became an animal keeper just so I could prove that orca's a killer. You're right. I want that orca to pay. There. Do you feel good dragging up a person's past? But it still doesn't change anything. He's right. I disagree. It does change things. His out-of-control emotion quieted down. Now we should be able to find out the truth behind that emotion. Okay. In the show pool, the orca shot the captain up into the air. Then the captain came down and slammed into the water. I can still remember it clearly. All she did was move the body. She was trying to protect Orla. When Mr. Plume witnessed the orca fighting the body, I freaked. Okay. According to my analysis, Mr. Rhymes is usually a very calm person. Let's see if we can find any inconsistencies between his words and his emotions. Oh, so you're some help, Athena. Thanks. Okay, well, I understand why he's angry and mad, but like, how is any of this unexpected? Show pool. I know that according to Sir Kratosius, so I remember a few episodes ago how like I found out that you could actually tap these like ones where there are no emotions, and he said, mate, take note. Sir Kratosius said, take note of that, because there are times where they're going to ask you to select the ones that aren't where there are no emotions. I'm not sure I'm making any sense. Select the non-emotions. I don't think this is one of those cases though. Orca shot the captain up into the air. Angry, sad. Now he's even more sad. Then the captain came and slammed into the water. That would make sense actually. Then it all calmed down. I can still remember it clearly. Are you supposed to say like why did it calm down, or probably not? When we view your emotions alongside your testimony, you find the unexpected emotion. Wait a minute. It really isn't anything strange here. I don't know, but I think maybe we made a mistake, Mr. Wright. I think maybe you're right. Let's take another look. There must be an unexpected emotion here somewhere. Oh, come on. This is bull crap. Mr. Plume witnessed the orca finding the body. I freaked. Are you supposed to show like, oh, there's no surprise or something? Is that it? I guess that's it. When Mr. Plume witnessed the orca finding the body, you freaked. Really? What are you getting at? With Mr. Plume as the witness, Orla was guaranteed to be accused of the murder. Didn't it work out exactly as you'd hoped? In order to have Orla put down, you made sure Mr. Plume witnessed that scene. That face! I keep forgetting I need to tap it. Alright, noise level 0%. Bye-bye! So you figured all that out, did ya? Mr. Rhymes, are you admitting it? I didn't really want to have to fight anybody but the orca. But you leave me no choice. First of all, where did he get that? Whatever. What? What the? What? 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 What the heck? Okay. So, this is even, what? What? How did he just, what the heck? Alright. That was a thing? Whatever. I can't give him the same exact voice. I have to give him something else. Like, what am I gonna give him, though? Like, I don't know. Like, the heck kind of nonsense is, like, you just, friggin' went Incredible Hulk, friggin', oh, what the heck, man? This is like friggin' like, you know what he was doing? He's friggin' doing like, he's doing some Dragon Ball Z stuff right here, where like he was keeping like, his like, whatchamacallit down, and then just let, charge up. Like, anyway, whatever, anyway. Or should I just give him the same exact voice just to be fun? Now it's time to get serious.
Ahoy! What? Yo, ho, ho! Ahoy, me meat brothers represent. Avast your grass eaters, stay free! Take me words and pop in your mouth. Scurvy grass eaters nil me and beat! Yo, ho, ho, ho! Bro, I'm ready for the showdown!
I'm trying to do like the Rhymes voice, but like deeper. Yo. Yo. What is going on? Where did this pirate fellow come from? He looks like a completely different person. Order! If we don't have order, Prosecutor Black will yell at us. Even Prosecutor Black was at a loss for words.
So I plan to have that witch be a witness. Oh, you caught me out. Ain't it true? I thought that Orca's murderous ways with me should be found out. That'd be why I scared to have the plumes in the body.
So he admitted, you deliberately framed Orla.
It be true, but let's get me that off if anybody's knows. That orca be a murderous, curvy dog. I may have a grudge against that orca, but I have always felt grateful toward the captain. The orca murdered Uzod on the captain, so of course she should want the plank.
Gah! I don't have a response to that. I agree it wouldn't make any sense for him to kill the owner. Why would he? Well, we already know why. But his hatred for Orla, on the other hand, comes through loud and clear. Wait a minute. If killing Mr. Shipley doesn't make sense, who would it make sense for Rhymes to kill? Maybe my theory has been all wrong. Your Honor, I think I just became aware of a new fact. Oh, and what is that? Now that we know about Mr. Ryan's intense hatred for Orla, it turns the premise we've been arguing under on its ear. I will now reveal the identity of the individual Mr. Ryan's meant to kill from the start. So we're trying to say it wasn't Shipley, right? If killing doesn't make sense, who would make sense for Rhymes to kill? What? How is he trying to kill Orla?
Take that!
What? So the witness intent was to kill the orca? Exactly. The witness's intended victim was not Jack Shipley. From the start, it was all a scheme to kill Orla. Well, there goes my theory. The orca is his true target, but Jack Shipley is the one who died. The orca is alive and quite well. He's right. He wanted to kill the orca, and yet it was Jack Shipley who fell to his death. How did that happen? Wait a minute. What if Mr. Rhymes wanted to kill Orla was somehow connected to Mr. Shipley's death? At a loss for words, are you? What happened to your bravado of a moment ago? Enough of these reckless words, without any basis in fact.
Objection!
They aren't reckless words. The basis for my claim is at the real murder scene, the show pool. What are you talking about? We'll figure out what he's talking about in the next episode. So let's go ahead and save the next recording session. I should say. So let's go for save over slot 1. Return to title. Yes, please. And with that, I suppose we'll end things off here. So like, I like the voice that
The voice that I gave for him. Yeah.
But what it was trying to go for was kind of like, it was kind of supposed to go with like semi-perfect cell, like how semi-perfect cell is like no, like that. It was supposed to be kind of like that. That's what I was kind of going for, actually. Anyway, because Cell has like different voices, right? At least Damon Clark, he does the voice of Cell in all the Funimation, and he's the voice of Cell in the Funimation Dragon Ball Z series, as well as all of the Dragon Ball Z games, all the way up until Raging Blast, where he was replaced by Travis William. But there's like the different ones, right? There's Imperfect Cell. I am Cell. I'm an android for the future. Ha, Cell.
And then there's there's semi-perfect Cell.
And then there's Perfect Cell. Goku. I haven't done my Cell impersonation since Shantae and the Pirate's Curse, so it's kind of interesting. Goku, Goku, what are you doing today? Why do I always do that? I don't know. Anyway, let's go ahead and end things off here. So, if you like this video or the series of, what do you think? What do you think of the new Rhymes voice? Anyway, let's go ahead and end things off here for seriousness here. So, if you like this video, this series of videos, please feel free to leave a like. If you thought it was cool, please feel free to subscribe and join the team today. Also, be sure to follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/MegaShadowFist. I'll be sure to leave that in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. And this is MegaShadowFist signing out. Bye!